If you are buying or selling a home in Florida as of today, October 1st, 2024, there is a new rule, a new law you need to be aware of. And that is Florida Statutes 689.302, just in case you want to look it up. And what it's all about is that as of today, a seller must complete and provide a flood disclosure to a purchaser of any residential real property, and it must be done at or before the time the sales contract is finally executed. My name is Bent Danholm. I'm a real estate broker here in Central Florida. I've been helping countless people buy and sell property in the area, and I'm trying to keep you informed about any changes in the area and market updates and anything that might be useful for you to know about if you're buying or selling in the area. So what is this all about? Well, the flood disclosure is a seller's disclosure that must tell the buyer that the homeowner's insurance policies do not include coverage for damage resulting from floods. And the buyer is encouraged to discuss the need to purchase separate flood insurance coverage with their insurance agent. That is part of the disclosure. So the seller is now responsible for letting the buyer of his or her property know that whenever they take out home insurance, they're not covered for flood damage. So they would have to take that out as a separate insurance. The seller would also have in the form to let the buyer know if they have ever filed a claim with an insurance provider related to any flood damage on the property. And that's included, but not limited to, a claim with the National Flood Insurance Program. I'm actually reading from the form now, so this is exactly what the form says. Seller must also let this buyer know if they have ever received federal assistance for flood damage to the property, including, again, but not limited to, assistance from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, also known as FEMA. And the disclosure also specified what the word flooding means. It says, for the purpose of this disclosure, the term flooding means a general or temporary conditions, a partial or complete inundation of the property caused by any of the following: the overflow of inland or tidal waters, the unusual and rapid accumulation of runoff or surface waters from any established water source, such as a river, stream, or drainage ditch, and finally, sustained periods of standing water resulting from rainfall. So this is basically the disclosure that any seller must provide as of today, before or at the time of the execution of the contract. And what is the execution of the contract? The execution of the contract is when the last person signs the contract. So if you make an offer on a purchase and the seller accepts it and signs the contract and send it back to you, that would be at the time of execution. So when the seller signs the contract is his last chance, so to speak, to provide this disclosure, so he can send it back to you with the signed contract. But preferably, as a buyer, I would want to see this before. So if I was buying a property, I would definitely ask for this disclosure to be sent to me before I even make the offer. But either way, no matter how you decide to go about this, this is mandatory. It is statutory. It means that it's in the law that this disclosure has to be present at the time, no later than the time when the contract is executed. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know if there's anywhere else or if I missed something, but I read the law and I actually don't see anywhere where it says what the consequences are if you do not provide this disclosure, but I'm sure that that is probably left up to the courts. My layman's guess, which is not to be taken by any sort of advice or even legal opinion, it's just my guess on this, is that if you don't provide as a seller this disclosure, my guess is that the buyer could decide to walk away if he finds out that there's anything in that disclosure that would have prevented him from buying the property. So that's all it really is. It's a very short little update, but it's an important one. Like I said, if you are selling a property specifically, but also if you're buying a property as of today, you need to be aware of this new requirement, this new disclosure that needs to be with any. So talk to your realtor, talk to your attorney, talk to anybody who's handling the transaction of your of your sale, and make sure that you have all the paperwork in order and specifically the necessary disclosures. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Oh, and before I go, don't forget to follow me on social media or hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on YouTube if you want to see more of these type of videos. And if you found the video useful, I would appreciate a little like somewhere in the equation. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, thank you. Bye bye.